What's going on, guys? I know a lot of you have been asking about the shopping go-kart, and I really just haven't had too much time to work on this thing. I've been working on my cars a lot more lately, but I did read the comments. I noticed that some of you guys want an update, so that's what I'm going to be doing in this video, and I'm actually going to be trying to work on it some. So I don't know where I left off last, but a couple things I did do to this that I don't think I made a video about is I got a gas pedal rigged up. That works pretty good. I actually did drive it around and that works really good. I still got to do a brake, and then I was also messing with the steering quite a bit to try to get this thing to stop understeering so hard. Like, it literally would not steer at all because all the weight's in the back. And when we were at the go-kart track yesterday with Adam LZ and Trevor, I got the chance to talk to this one guy about his go-kart. They had all the racing go-karts out there, and he said that having the caster on these brackets right here is really important, because what that allows it to do is lift up like one whole side of the cart when you're going into a corner, and that lets this inside tire spin kind of freely, and then all of the traction will go to the outside tire when you're like making a corner. So I'm not sure how effective it will be on my chassis because it has a lot of flex in it. So when it lifts up one side, it just kind of twist the chassis to correct for it, but I still think it might help quite a bit. So that is one thing I did last night. As you can see, these brackets have a bit of angle to them. They are facing backwards now. I read online that you need to do like 20 to 25 degrees of caster on a standard cart, but I just eyeballed it and hopefully it makes some sort of difference. And worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna end up putting PVC sleeves over these rear tires right here and just make this thing into a little shopping cart, drift cart. But what I'm gonna be doing for today is getting this steering wheel mounted up, because I still have not done that. So I need to do that today. And I also did get the clutch working. I don't know if I have that in a video. I think I do, but the clutch works pretty good. And yeah, gonna get the steering wheel mounted up. And also I need to wire in this battery. Not sure if I'll get to that today or not, but that is something else I need to do. And I feel like I had a couple other things that I can't think of right now, but as I go along, I'll definitely mention what else I'm doing to it. But I mainly want to get that steering wheel mounted up today. So that's what oh yeah, I was gonna do the shifter. I want to try to get the shifter set up as well, because I can only drive it around in one gear at a time right now. So I'm gonna try to get the steering wheel mounted and the shifter like somewhat ran today. So we'll see how far we get on this thing.
What in the fuck are you trying to record, bro?
Just me tacking that bar on.
Oh, the bar, yeah. I still don't think it's gonna help you that much with flex.
I'm not doing that for the flex, you fucking dip.
What are you doing it for?
To fucking mount my steering wheel up.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm gonna have bars coming off of that.
Why didn't you just do them off the sidebars?
Because then it would be like super wide and I won't have any room for my legs right here. I need them to be like almost straight up and down.
True.
Fucking idiot.
True.
You know what, just stop and let me do my thing, okay?
True. Why don't you just do one going straight up? Notch it.
Because that would look stupid.
How would it look stupid? You have a whole bunch of room.
Do the cameras, you just want to hold it?
God damn it.
Come on, just literally attack. Come on, just hold it, bro.
God.
Right there.
This is why I never get fucking anything done.
No, you're lazy.
Cover you guys' eyes. No, just kidding. Okay.
That's all I needed. Thank you.
You better weld that all the way up before you drive it.
I will not.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna.
Boom, just like that. You're good. It's a little stuck.
Ow! Holy shit, Rick.
Get out of the road, geese.
Y'all gonna get ran over? Oh, dude.
Oh, this guy's helping him across the road.
I'm gonna laugh when they attack him.
There they go.
Hey, vámonos.
Alright, so we just got back from the hardware store. I just needed to get a couple bolts to bolt this center column down, and it is really solid. It's still just tacked together, but it came out pretty good. That should work just fine. I just gotta take it back apart and then weld everything back together. But I drilled holes right through the bottom right here so I could unbolt it later on if I needed to. I didn't just weld it straight down to the rest of the cart. But pretty happy with how that came out. And I also got some things for the shifter. I have an idea of how I'm gonna do this. Hopefully it works. So this is what I'm thinking right now. I have these little brackets that I got from Ace Hardware. I was gonna do like Heim joints, but they didn't have anything like that, but they did have these. And I got a push rod right here. This one should be plenty strong to push and pull on the little shifter fork thing in the back, and it shouldn't flex at all. And what I was thinking to do is take 2 of these bolts and weld them on either end just like that, and then this will thread on just like that, and I can adjust the length just a little bit, and I also have some nuts over here to lock it into place. So this will basically just run under the seat. I'm not gonna get under there right now, but that will run under the seat, and then I just need to drill a hole through this shifter right here, put a bolt through that, and then this will be able to push and pull on the shifter right there. And then as far as making a shifter up here, this is my idea I have so far. I have this piece of pipe with 2 nuts welded in on each side. I need to fully weld them on and then grind this spot flat. But for now, I just want to make sure it works. And I'm thinking, sorry, the air compressor came on right there, but I plan on just putting this right along the column that I just made, and I'll have 2 tabs, one on top and one on bottom of each side of this pipe, and then drill 2 holes through those, and then that will allow this to pivot freely in between those 2 tabs. And then I will weld a tab off the bottom of this pipe that will go out this way like that, and then connect the other end of the rod to that, and then when you pivot this, it will pull it forward or push it back. And then off the top of this, I'll just have an angled piece of pipe coming up past the steering wheel, like right here, so then I can just pull it back or push it forward to downshift and upshift. And while I've been working on this thing, Charlie got his wagon running right, it seems. Yeah, the valve lash was off. Yeah, the valve lash was way too tight, so he loosened them up, and that's all it took. Now it seems to run just fine. So we're gonna go take it on a test drive. Clutch. Charlie's wagon feels like it's running pretty good. Those pulls felt really nice. So hopefully everything's all good with his wagon. It's running once again. But right before we left, this is as far as I got on the shifter. So I pretty much got everything ground down as far as the welds go on those nuts. I got the holes drilled through these tabs, and I also notched them because I'm going to be welding them to that center piece right there on the steering rack. Got the bolts all the way ran down with a washer on each side. So now I'm just gonna hold it in here where I want it, something like that, and then just tack it on for now, and then start making the rest of the shifter, and then just make sure everything works before I fully weld it up. So I'm gonna get this piece tacked on right now, and then I'm not sure where the other piece of tubing I'm gonna use is at, but I'm gonna make another piece that comes off of this, and it will be up here higher next to the steering wheel that I will actually grab to pull back and forward to shift. And then I will also make another tab coming off the bottom right down there in between here, so then when I pull and push on the lever, it will turn that tab. And then I just got to connect the push rod to that piece and then run that back and connect it to the shifter, and hopefully everything works how I want it to. Okay guys, so this is as far as I'm going to get tonight. I was gonna try to make the shifter handle itself but I realized I want to go ahead and take this to PFI tomorrow and get it bent so that I can have a nice like curve coming off of it right to there. I was gonna like cut it into angles, but I think that would look pretty bad. So I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow until I can get this piece bent out, and then I will make the rest of the handle coming off this piece right here, and then it will sit like up behind the steering wheel somewhere in this area. Just to get an idea with the steering wheel on, I'm probably gonna put it about right here. So pull back to shift into the next gear and then push forward to downshift. And right now I have these vice grips on there simulating the handle. So these are just clamped onto that piece pretty good. I got the tab all the way welded on coming off of it right here, and then got both sides welded, and then ran to these little joints right here that goes all the way back to the shifter. And I still need to weld everything down solid. I need to weld on the back sides of these tabs, take all this apart and get everything welded up for good. And real quick, I can show you guys that it does work. So right now it's in neutral, and this is a 1 down 4 up transmission on this thing. So to go into first gear, which is down, you push forward on these vice grips, and then the rest of the gears will be pulling back. So, and the reason why I have these vice grips facing this way and not more like forward right here like it would be like on the shifter is because it hits on the side of the cart right here. So I just have them sideways. So to go into first gear, you click these guys forward, and now it's in first, locks it up, and then the rest of the gears will be going back. So now it's in second, still locked up, then third, locked up, and then to go back down to neutral, we go forward 1, so that should be second right there, yep, and then 1 more, half click, and we're in neutral again. So works pretty good. I just got to get everything welded up, and I think she will be ready for her first test drive, but that will not be until tomorrow because it got pretty late outside and I need to put the seat back in. I really do want to try to find a different seat, but I have to run this one for now just because without it, it is so uncomfortable in that thing. And also I need all these cables in this rod to run underneath it anyways. So I might try to look for a new seat later on, but this one is going to be the one I'm using for now. So I know some of you guys don't like that thing, but it's whatever. It's really comfy, and I honestly think it looks kind of cool. But it definitely could look better if the seat didn't sit up so high. Have one that ends like right at the top of the basket. But yeah, that's as far as I'm getting for tonight, guys. So I know you guys wanted to see a video on this thing. So here it is. I spent all of today working on this thing, and I will try to be getting it done here in the next few weeks. I say that now, but you never know. I might give up on it again if we have some more stuff come up on the cars. But and what I mean by getting it done is at least like running and driving around like kind of solidly, but it still will never be done. So yeah, we'll see. That's as far as I'm getting for tonight though. So thanks for watching.